Once, there was a glorious kingdom. A blade is like a tree. Only those who sample it many times. appreciate its true qualities.
I've been told that birthdays are important occasions for most people. They give presents to celebrate the anniversary of the other person's birth. Material possessions aren't really my thing, but the view of the starry night sky in the mountains is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my life. I've frozen this lake and turned it into a mirror, so you can appreciate the reflection of the fleeting clouds and distant stars right up close. This is my way of celebrating your birthday. Hope you like it.
Oh, so today's your birthday? Well, I wouldn't know how to throw you a feast if I tried, so how about I sing you a song? For you alone, an audience of one. So, what song would you like to hear me sing? The choice is yours. Let's go listen to tonight's storytelling performance together. Liu Su's rendition of Ring of Raining Blades is most sublime. There's a chill in the air tonight, so you mustn't stay out late. Good night. Good morning. The dew at dawn is perfect for brewing tea, so I made some for you. Drink up, and then we'll head off. What a sight to behold, the sun so warm and radiant.
The power I harness, it grows stronger.
It looks like all my rigorous... I began my training in the art of the spear, hoping to enhance my performance. The art of the spear is of...
What should I try this time? should I try this time?
What are you staring at?
I have gathered everyone here today to make an important announcement. Perhaps some of you will have heard the news already. I am, in fact, planning to rebuild the Jade Chamber.
Rebuild the Jade Chamber? That's a huge project!
So the rumors are true. No wonder the price of building materials has gone up so much lately.
The Jade Chamber means a lot to Lady Ningguang.
Lady Ningguang, is there any way we can be of service?
Patience. Since the news made it out a few days ago, I have already had many people contacting me to declare an interest in joining the project. Nevertheless, I do have a few matters I should like to entrust to you here today. The building site has been chosen, and most of the materials have been assembled. 3 key items are, however, still outstanding. They are as follows: Sunset Vermilionite, Wonder Cores, and Adepti Sigils.
Excuse my ignorance, Lady Ningguang. I'm familiar enough with Plostrite, but I've never even heard of those other 2.
Only sufficiently large pieces of Plostrite, or specifically, Vermilionite, may earn themselves the Sunset moniker. This stone is what allows the Jade Chamber to float. Wonder Cores, meanwhile, are the central components of the mechanical structure of the Jade Chamber. Adepti Sigils serve as a means of integrating the mechanical devices with Adepti art. They are as indispensable as the mechanical core itself. Although these 3 items are rare, I trust that with your connections and capabilities, I take the saying, time is money, more seriously than most. Efficiency is everything. I will pay a generous price. You may ask me anything, and I will give you an honest answer.
These things won't be easy to get hold of. But if it means a chance to get some inside information on Liyue Harbor's development plan...
Then it's the deal of a lifetime. Information from Lady Ningguang is priceless. Whoever gets to it first takes the market.
Haha, what a coincidence. I won't divulge too much, but I've heard some murmurings about some
Oh, no. We better move quickly, or this opportunity will be snatched...
Ningguang's rebuilding the Jade Chamber? This is a huge deal! Let's get involved!
So you heard my announcement, did you? What do you think? Interested? Yes. Providing the question pertains to something I am knowledgeable about.
Really? Ooh, then Paimon will ask you about how to run a business! Then we'll never be short of Mora ever again.
Of course. But how much information I share with you will depend on your performance. The construction of the Jade Chamber requires a great deal of space. The abandoned mine outside the Golden House has been selected as the building site. Once you have collected the materials, I have other business to attend to now. Otherwise, remember, this is a race against the clock.
Ningguang seems super busy. Come on, we'd better get... First we gotta get out of Eugene Terrace. Huh? Look! It seems like there's something kind of fishy going on over there.
Ma'am, you seem like an eminent and distinguished young lady to me. I can see that you're easily gonna win this procurement contest Lady Ningguang has set up. As it happens, we have some information about the materials that I really think might interest you.
No, I don't need it.
Don't be like that. Hey, come on! Why don't you stand there? After her! Oh, right, yeah.
Did you hear that? They said they had some useful information! Information's just what we need right now. Let's follow them and see what we can find out. They're not here. Let's keep looking.
Well, will you look at that man? Don't worry, we're not bad guys. You give us some Mora, we give you...
Boss, I got a bad feeling about this. Look at her, the white hair, the energy she gives off. I'm telling you,
So what? She's loaded. How are we ever going to repay those gambling...
I've already told you. I don't need your information. If you still can't grasp that, I'm happy to repeat it in a way that won't be so easy to forget.
Come on, ma'am. You seem like it's not about whether you need the info or not, okay? It's about you taking out your money and handing it over and nobody getting hurt.
I won't...
No more excuses! Yeah, I saw you. Strolling into Lioli Pavilion, ordering a table full of food, and only taking a... Then Shinue kiosk, then Wanmin restaurant. Same story each time. You order... How could you afford to be so wasteful if you weren't from a rich family? And...
Master warned me not to lay a hand on anyone in Liyue Harbor. But here we are. Perhaps... yes. Let's call it fate.
boss, I'm telling you, something's not right.
What are you afraid of? We're just selling information. It's not illegal. If she lays a finger on us, all the better. We'll sue her forever.
Oh, you again.
Millilith? What are the Millilith doing here? Did you do this? You ought to mind your own
Silence! How dare you threaten innocent civilians?
No, don't be angry.
Shenhe,
Shenhe?
my name.
Oh, so your name's Shenhe. Paimon's name is, well, Paimon. And this is Paimon's travel buddy.
Oh, I've heard about you two before. Thank you for helping to defuse the situation. I could have dealt with it myself, though. I suspect smashing his head against the ground a handful of times is all it would have taken to get him to surrender.
You can't do that. That's way too violent. This is Liyue Harbor. There are laws against that kind of stuff, you know.
Laws? No, apparently not.
Really? So how exactly...
That would be my stomach growling. I haven't eaten enough.
She's so honest. Wait, that's right. They said you went around all the restaurants ordering this and that and the other. Then of course you're still hungry. So, anything in particular you're hungry for?
Chingson, glaze lily, violet grass. These are my usuals. Medicinal herbs?
Kinda hard to explain. Anyway, Boo Boo Pharmacy's not far away. Let's take Shenhe there for a bit. After all, you can't work on an empty... Do you think Shenhe might be an Adeptus? It seems like it's her first time in Liyue Harbor, and she doesn't seem to get how things work here. If she is an Adeptus, that would explain everything. Where does she fit in with the other Adepti, though? Paimon's super curious.
Are you here to buy some herbs? I do hope you brought your prescription.
Chingson, glaze lily, and violet grass, please. Half a pound of each.
What kind of prescription is this? Sounds more like a lunch order. Oh, here you go. That's everything we have in stock.
Thank you.
She's really eating them!
My hunger has now abated. Rather awful. Though they were not completely devoid of sweet fragrance.
So, how come you chow down on these and barely touch the restaurant food? If Paimon had enough Mora, Paimon would go to the fanciest restaurant in town and order a whole table of food and eat it all in one go.
Because I'm not sure whether I will remain here in the future. The food of the mortal realm is most delicious, but should I return to the mountains, yearning for the food here shall only pose an obstacle to my continued spiritual development. Sampling each dish in order to appreciate its taste is enough.
Return to the mountains. That proves it. Paimon knew she was an Adeptus.
Enough about me. What are your plans from here?
Oh, right! Paimon almost forgot! We came out to take part in the Rebuild the Jade Chamber competition! And now we're probably super behind because we've been held up for so long.
I see. I heard something about the contest when I was passing by.
Yep! You get to ask Ningguang any question you want if you win! Were you interested in the contest too, Shenhe?
I came for the rebuilding of the Jade Chamber, but until this point I had no intention of joining a contest. However, you have shown me your kindness, and I would now like to lend you my assistance. Oh, don't worry. I ask for nothing in return.
Wow! You really don't have to. But having an Adeptus help out will make things a whole lot easier, so...
Then let's not delay. I have a plan.
Great! Paimon bets this is gonna be the awesomest plan ever!
I am not sure whether, or to what extent, this plan can be classified as awesome. I do hope we simply need to dispose of everyone who is currently ahead of us.
Vito! That is not acceptable! Not by a long shot!
Really? But I hear that competition is in essence about conflict and one-upmanship.
Look, we want to win this competition. Fair and Sunset Vermilionite, Wonder Cores, and Adepti Sigils. Let's start at the top of the list and work down.
I was wondering who I could hear arguing over there. So, it's you.
Baishu? What are you doing out here?
Lady Ningguang wishes to purchase a large batch of wound dressing. We're running low at the store, so I came out to fetch the ingredients personally.
Huh? How come Lady Ningguang needs so much wound dressing all of a sudden?
I'm not too sure. I did hear she's looking to rebuild the Jade Chamber. Maybe for its first aid on site? I didn't ask, though. Oh, and she also borrowed Chi-Chi. Meaning Boo Boo Pharmacy is very short-handed right now. I don't suppose any of you are looking...
No, we've got other stuff to do. While you're here, though, you seem to know a lot. Have you ever heard of something called Sunset Vermilionite?
Ah, the variety of plostrite used in the Jade Chamber, yes? There is some mention of it in the Seven Mountain Treatises. When activated, Sunset Vermilionite rises up all the way into the clouds. As far as the records show, virtually all Sunset Vermilionite in existence has been mined and taken possession of.
Okay then, let's go ask at the Feiyun Commerce Guild. Thanks, Baiju.
You're quite welcome. Good luck to you all.
Master Xingqiu, thank goodness you're finally back.
Oh? Why do I detect an urgency in your...
The guild has had a whole string of strange orders in recently. Everyone's been completely caught off guard. Your father gave me specific instructions to ask you to stay and help out if I happen to...
I see. Have someone sort the orders by type for now. I'll deal with them myself.
Oh, how wonderful. Thank you, Master.
Hey, Xingqiu! Glad you're here. We want to ask you for some information.
Traveler, Paimon, please... Shu, I need to entertain some guests. Please continue with your work.
Understood, Master Xingqiu.
I wasn't counting on finding you here today. What?
Xingqiu, have you ever heard of Sunset
Oh, I see. So you've entered late...
As well? Do you mean...
The truth is, the Feiyun Commerce Guild is in possession of some Sunset Vermilionite, but only one piece. We are holding it on behalf of someone who has asked us to put it up for auction. At the end of the day, it all comes down to supply and demand.
500 million?!
Honestly, I would recommend that you don't bother bidding on this one. The price is greatly inflated.
But without it...
Don't panic. I don't suppose you ever heard of Sea Gazer?
Who?
Sea Gazer was once very close to Mountain Shaper, but if I am not mistaken, he has already passed away.
Yes, precisely. I didn't know anyone else knew about him. According to records of drifting clouds, Sea Gazer once built an abode to store his rarest and most exquisite treasures, among which was some Sunset Vermilionite. After Sea Gazer passed, the abode was abandoned, and its location was lost. Luckily, I came into possession of a stack of folk history books just recently. They make some
That's great! But wouldn't it be a little...
You needn't worry. As far as I understand, Sea Gazer was very open-minded. Even while he was alive, he wouldn't have let something like this bother him.
Open-minded? I have not heard of Sea Gazer being described in this way before. May I ask where...
Just a rumor I heard out in the mountains. All right, then.
There's something about this young lady that reminds me of a good friend of mine. Oh, I almost forgot. Adepti abodes tend to have very ingenious designs, especially when it comes to their defense mechanisms. Plus, it's likely to be crawling with monsters.
Okay, we will be.
This place was hidden using a special Adepti art. But now that I have removed...
Wow, that's amazing! Yep, let's take another look around. Hey, look! Is that a new Sealy over there? The Sealy got to here and then disappeared. Should we go over and take a look? What? Weren't we at a waterfall just now? How did we suddenly end up here? Whoa, so many clouds.
I believe this is the abode of that Adeptus. With any luck, the sunset vermilionite we're looking for...
Really? Let Paimon see! Huh? Isn't... Look, it's gone and snuck... And now that Paimon takes a closer look, the rocks and trees here don't seem...
These are not real clouds. They are the product of an Adepti art used for spatial partic... If we want to go down, we must first destroy the mechanism that is maintained...
Alright, then let's do it!
I sense the presence of monsters in this place. I don't know where they are. My will embodied! My will embodied! Obey! Manifest! Obey! body! Transfiguration! Unleash! It appears that we've been taken for intruders. This time, why not allow me to take care of this? Take your true form! Transfiguration! Shine down! Embrace the ice! Inazuma shines eternal! The core of the mechanism is exposed. Now's our chance. It looks like we need to go further down. But before that, let's destroy the guard mechanisms on this level first. Obey! True form! Cryo incarnate! Manifest! Unleash! By ordinance divine! Manifest!
A pool of water at the bottom. Otherwise, that could have ended very differently. Hey! That Sealy's on the move again. Let's catch up with it. Huh. Something looks different about this stone wall. Let's take a closer look.
I will have order.
There is no escape. Obey. Manifest. Now you shall perish. Shine down!
'Solidify! 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 'Solidify!
Shadow Art! Sumetsu! Obey! Ha! Manifest! Take your true form!
This is order. Stabilize.
Cryo Incarnate! Illusion Shattered! Yeah! Embrace the ice!
Order guide you.
Look, over there! Could that be the sunset vermilionite? Is this it? Is this the sun's... It's so huge! That's true, but...
Plaustrite doesn't float until it's activated. It may look different from most ordinary stones, but it weighs around the same amount. Only after being activated does Plaustrite reveal its true nature, breaking free from the shackles of the mortal realm and ascending up into the
Wow, Shenhe. You seem to know everything about this.
Only because my master is fond of chatting about these things. The moment she has some time to spare, I don't care for her stories most of the time. I certainly didn't expect them to ever—
Hold on a sec! Paimon just realized something. If we activate it here, there's no way we'll be able to get it back to the site, right? Heck, we'll be dragged up it, but if we don't activate it, how else are we gonna lift it?
Don't worry. I can handle the weight quite easily.
Are you sure?
Please don't worry. I'm well aware that a Plaustrite sample this large must be highly valuable. I will be gentle with it and make sure it does not get damaged. My safety.
That's right! Paimon's sure you can handle it and everything. You gotta be extra careful when lifting—
Is it now? I'll go on ahead with the Plaustrite. Let's meet at the building site later.
How is Shenhe able to carry that huge rock all by herself? Adepti super strength much? We can't slow down yet. Let's go meet her at the building site.
Oh my god, I can't believe my eyes.
How can she lift that massive rock all by herself? She's gotta be—
Oh, mighty Adeptus, please give me your blessing so—
This is top tier in size and quality, and the condition it's in is quite simply immaculate. Congratulations. I'm going to award you full marks for the Sunset Vermilion.
My name isn't important. I'm not even here to compete. I was just delivering this for some other people. They should be here.
Shenhe! And Ningguang's little helper!
Ah, so you're the ones behind this. But I have to correct you on one point. It's not helper, it's secretary.
Okay then, Miss Secretary.
In truth, it is the finest piece of plastrite we have received so far. If everything goes according to plan, we will use this piece in the foundation of the Jade Chamber. As a side note, Lady Ningguang has rented some dwellings in the nearby area to serve as accommodations for the contestants. If you need a place... Now, please excuse me. As you can see...
Shenhe! Shenhe! Just now on the way over, pretty much...
Oh, really?
What kind of reaction is that? So strange. Whenever Paimon gets praised, Paimon can't help but hold their head up high.
I've had similar compliments before. They call me an adeptus, treat me with great deference and respect, as if I'm set apart from the common folk.
Yeah, 'cause that's how adepti are. At least the ones we've met are pretty unique and reclusive, too. Wait,
But I am not...
Shenhe?
I'm fine. I've been exerting myself quite a lot ever since we set foot in that abode.
Well, Byron said that there are some makeshift hotels we can use.
No need. I simply need to find my...
You can't do that. It's dangerous. When you're hungry, you go eat something tasty. And when you're tired...
Okay.
Great! Now we're talking. Let's head to our hotel.
Hi there. Checking in, are we? Since this was chosen as the building site for the new Jade Chamber, we've had a constant stream of people. So business is booming for me.
Great!
One of your rooms is still being cleaned. I guess it should be ready. Here are your keys.
Shenhe, you should go get some rest. Well, Paimon's gonna go see if there's anything good to eat. Let's buy one for Shenhe, too. She can have it as a midnight snack.
All right. If you need anything, don't hesitate to disturb me. Mm-hmm.
Hey! Isn't that Cloud Retainer? What's she doing here? Let's go and say hi.
One trusts you have met Shenhe. So, are you getting along quite well?
So far, so good. Yeah. So, you know Shenhe too, Cloud Retainer?
Naturally. Save for Ganyu, who spends the majority of her time in Liyue Harbor. All the Adepti living today are acquainted with Shenhe to some degree.
Cool! So, calling her Shenhe feels kind of friendly, but also kind of disrespectful.
Her Adeptus name. Why pray...
Don't all Adepti have a special...
On this latter point, you are correct. However, Shenhe is human.
Oh, right. Paimon neither. This is a real surprise.
Do you mean to say that she presents differently from ordinary human beings?
To start with, her problem-solving methods are extremely direct.
Ah, yes. She was like this all those years ago when one first met her. One first found Shenhe by chance in a cave. One was passing by and sensed the presence of a god's remains. Being of an ever-vigilant disposition, one entered immediately to inspect the scene. Inside was Shenhe, then aged around 6 years old. In her hand, she held a dagger with which she was confronting a monster.
That sounds so...
When one arrived, she had already been locked in confrontation with this monster for several days. Most mortal children are fragile, both physically and that she was able to endure such terrible danger was due not only to her strong willpower. One dealt with the monster, yet she still refused to lower her guard. She even pointed her dagger in one's direction and remained ready to strike.
In other words, if you hadn't passed...
Not necessarily. Upon one's arrival, one could sense that the god's wrath was gradually receding. Even had the stalemate continued, one suspects that Shenhe may have...
That's still so dangerous, though! Why was a tiny little kid...
Alas, the mortal world is rife with suffering of every kind. And she had experienced her fair share of this, even at a tender age. Indeed, it is one to whom she refers. Shenhe has an extraordinary constitution, making her well adapted to practicing the Adepti arts. However, her homicidal urges did not subside with age. Rather, they grew stronger day by day. Mooncarver once performed a divination for her. He declared that her fate is to bear the curse of calamity. Consumed by malevolent energy, she is prone to bring harm to those around her. Such is the magnitude of the danger this poses, that her soul must be bound with red ropes to keep her homicidal instinct at bay. The red ropes have indeed served to keep her calmer and more content. They also seem to have rendered her somewhat inexpressive. Perhaps the red ropes are so powerful that they have suppressed some of her other emotions as well. It is only by fate that people's paths may cross. Now that Shenhe's path has crossed with yours.
Oh, now Paimon gets it. You came out here to check up on Shenhe.
Huh. You dare draw such a facile conclusion on the nature of one's present excursion? Incorrect. The truth is that while Liyue Harbor may seem peaceful today, Ningguang once made a bold assertion that this is to be the era of the contract between Liyue and the humans. Well, if she handles it admirably, one is willing to be a witness to her. Let us conclude our conversation here for today. One is occupied...
So, Shenhe isn't an Adeptus after all. She just grew up around the Adepti. Oh, no wonder she doesn't like being treated as an Adeptus. Having everyone falling over themselves to show their respect all the time must be kind of hard to deal with.
There seem to have been a growing number of tales told regarding Shenhe in recent years. Perhaps one has heard that a playwright in Liyue Harbor wrote an opera based on the legends told about. The play portrays her as making a stand to protect her fellow villagers.
Hey! So, Shenhe...
Master has relayed my situation to you, I take it.
Oh? How did you know?
I'd intended to wait until you came back before going to sleep, but I didn't hear you come in. I was worried that something may have happened to you. So I went out. On top of this, you have been acting very strangely around me this morning, causing... After all, Master is... very talkative.
Shenhua. Paimon had you down as an adeptus.
It's okay. I don't mind. The fault is mine for not explaining everything to you sooner, because in my experience, trying to explain is a futile pursuit. Still, though you mistook me for an adeptus, you never treated me as for this.
To be fair, we've met our fair share of real adepti, too. Anyway, now it's settled. From now on, you're our friend. Whether you're
Got it. Although I don't know quite what it entailed.
Great! Well, now that we're all rested up, we should start But before we do that, let's go to the building site and ask Ningguang. After all, Sunset Vermilionite is so rare. Paimon doubts many competitors. Oh, and another thing. We bought some grilled chicken drumsticks on the way back last night. There was a place just outside. Here's one for you, Shenhua. Try it! They're so good.
I concur. It has a rich flavor, far more agreeable than those I've cooked for myself in the wilderness in the past.
Look! The Jade Chamber is floating into the sky! But it seems to be tied down by something.
That's because it's not finished.
Hey, Bywin! And hey, Beidou! And hey, person Paimon doesn't know?
Given the enormous scale of the Jade Chamber, we split the construction work into 2 phases to make sure the structure remains balanced. Before we find some suitable plastrite, we build the Jade Chamber's keel at ground level. Once the plastrite is ready, we place it into the keel and let the partially constructed Jade Chamber rise up to the height of the surrounding mountain peaks. The remainder of the construction work is then carried out at that altitude. Once everything is ready, we release the iron tethers and allow the Jade Chamber to rise.
Miss Bywin, we've brought some new materials to submit.
One moment, I'll be right there. The construction work has only been able to progress this rapidly thanks to the plastrite provided by you. Lady Ningguang is most grateful and looks forward to seeing more of your work.
Wow, can't believe you sourced the plastrite so quickly. It's the key piece of the puzzle.
Beidou, you're joining the Jade Chamber contest too?
Sure am. I happened to get my hands on a chunk of Sunset Vermilionite on a...
Huh. So even though it's rare, we're not the only...
Oh, I've got some introductions to do. This is the renowned Miss Yun, or Yunjin, probably the most famous figure in the Liyue opera scene.
Greetings.
These two are Paimon and the Traveler, both good buddies of mine. And this is... sorry, not sure we've met.
Shenhua. I am their... friend.
Good to meet you. A friend of a friend is my friend, too. Miss Yun is also here for the contest. Turns out she needed to borrow a boat, so we came together.
It's an honor to finally meet you both. I've heard much about you. Miss Shenhe, though we are only meeting for the first time, I have to be honest with you all. I am in great need of this opportunity to ask Lady Ningguang a question. That's why I joined the contest. Thanks to my father's connections, I was able to acquire a specimen of the plastrite.
Wow. So it looks like the 3 of us are
Excuse me for prying, Miss Shenhe, but are you competing as well?
No, I don't have any questions for Ningguang. I just wanted to help him win.
In that case, I have a proposal to make. Lady Ningguang said that the first 3 contestants to procure all 3 materials will be awarded the chance to ask a question. Well, instead of competing against each other, we could work together.
Sounds great, but how does...
I think I see. The plastrite was the most difficult item to source by a long shot. Luckily, all 3 of us managed to get our hands on it. The 2 remaining items aren't quite... How'd I do? Is that what you had in mind?
Precisely.
Huh. Interesting approach.
Okay then. All right, I'll go first. I have some leads on these wonder cores. From what I've heard, the core itself is really not that difficult to make. The hard part is getting hold of the ore used as raw materials. I'm gonna head back to the
We will head into town and seek advice from Master Zhang of Hanfeng's Ironmongers. Thoughts?
Wonderful. We'll split into teams then, and whoever makes progress first brings all of— I'm gonna take off. See you later.
Okay, let's go. By the way, what question are you gonna ask Ningguang, Yunjin?
I'm looking for a venue to host the performance of our new opera. Lady Ningguang
Ooh, what's the opera called?
The opera is a labor of love by my father. He wrote it based on a popular urban legend about an evil spirit. It's called The Divine Damsel of Devastation.
Add Astro.
Hello.
Excuse me, Master Zhang. We were wondering if you'd heard of something called a Wonder Core.
Of course I have.
My name is Yunjin. Perhaps you don't know me, but I believe that you forged some weapon—
Yunjin? Stage use? Oh, so you must— Sorry. My brain's finally caught up. It's not used to doing much beyond bashing a hammer all day. So, you're here to ask about Wonder Cores, huh? As it happens, I do know how to make them. Matter of fact, the types of ore needed to make Wonder Cores are a little hard to come by. Lady Ningguang supplied them herself last time.
No, we were gonna ask you what kinds of ore we—
Sure. Well, you'll need two kinds. Star Splinter Iron and If I remember correctly, Lady Ningguang sourced her Star Splinter Iron from the Mount Tianheng area. They say it resonates with visions. It could take some work, but if you stick with it, you'll find some eventually. As for the Subrosium, though, I'm really not sure. Sorry. Of course, it's probably just hearsay. If you want—
Mount Tianheng.
Interestingly enough, the story of the Divine Damsel of Devastation— I hear the view there is quite spectacular. Perhaps it can give me some inspiration. Come with me. Let us find shelter from the rain. I came to Mount Tianheng once with my father as a child. I remember it being such a long climb that I could barely feel my legs by the time we reached the top. This is quite a trip down memory lane for me. Look at these majestic— No wonder the legend of the Divine Damsel of Devastation is said to have taken place here. Adepti wander oft where mortals seldom stride.
The Divine Damsel of Devastation is your upcoming opera, right? And the story takes place in Mount Tianheng. What's the story about?
It's the story of a girl becoming a hero.
Cool. A hero story?
The legend first arose in this area. It is said that there used to be a prosperous village. In that village, there was a loving couple who were completely devoted to one another. The wife was out collecting herbs and was captured by the monster. Her husband was so distraught at the news that it broke his spirit, and the vile and vicious monster told the villagers, "If you want to live..."
What a nasty piece of—
But the monster was so terrible and so strong that all within the village were terrified. Just while they were discussing whose child would be given over to the monster, a little girl suddenly stood up.
No!
Unbeknownst to anybody else, she was concealing an exorcist's blade. She approached the monster's lair, feigning fear and trepidation. Her extraordinary abilities drew the attention of the Adepti, and they took her as one of their own. Her story became the stuff of legends. But alas, the paths of mortals and Adepti seldom cross, and so, destined to grace the mortal realm for but a brief moment, she vanished like a wisp of smoke into thin air.
I really like this story. But I personally think that perhaps the little girl was... I'm not sure she deserves all the praise.
I've never considered that before. Opera is always an interpretation of the events it purports to portray. A certain degree of deviation. When my father wrote the script for this play, I suppose his intention was to
I think it's a great story.
Well, it sure inspired Paimon! Let's go get ourselves some stars! This should be enough Star Splinter iron. Now we just need to find that Subrosium.
I think I saw a village on our way here. Master Zhang said we should ask the locals for help. Why don't we try there?
Hey, there really is someone here. Yunjin, looks like you were right. Excuse us, sir. Can we ask you something? Huh. He didn't seem...
Hello, sir. We were just passing by and wanted to ask if you happen to know anything about Subrosium.
Is he trying to tell us to look for clues in the village? Shenhua, Yunjin.
Sorry, you can go ahead without me. I'd like to have a word with this gentleman. If that's okay with you, Uncle Mingjin.
It's...
Shenhe.
Shenhe. You're alive. The rumors... I'm sorry, I don't know how to find Subrosium. But I think you can find some... This place is deserted now. No one ever comes here. So you can rummage...
Huh? You know that...
Thank you, kind sir. We'll go and take a look around. Don't worry. Mingjin has no ill intention towards Miss Shenhe. She'll be quite...
Okay, then let's see...
I came back here once before, a few years ago. Alone. I hid it from Master at the time. It was deserted then, too. Except for a few low-life bandits. Everyone and everything I remembered was long gone. But as people were passing by, they stopped to admire me. I tried explaining to them that I wasn't an Adeptus. Just an ordinary... When I saw how run down all these houses were, I felt at a loss. It was like I took a look at the world, and on the surface...
Suddenly, so much time has gone.
Last time I visited, I felt so upset. But today... I don't know why, but it
is easy for your mind to run wild when you are alone. But this time...
Yes, my... I came back here once before. It was deserted then, too. I tried explaining to them when I saw how run down all...
Suddenly...
Last time I visited...
It is easy for...
Yes, my...
Treasure chests. Huh. What's this? So, Shenhe is the Now that I think about it, she does behave rather like an Adeptus, and she is So that's why I've been getting the strangest feeling whenever I chat with her. According to this text, the divine damsel from the opera was actually the daughter of the loving couple. And she didn't volunteer. She was sacrificed to the monster. Oh, the truth is even more lamentable than the opera. Now I understand why Shenhe said the girl was not as brave as people think. It wasn't her choice to enter. Oh, it looks like my father may need to make... So it seems that Shenhe's father thought he was summoning a benevolent deity using a magic incantation. But in fact, he summoned an evil god's remains, which took the form of a monster. His obsessive yearning for his deceased wife led to a terrible tragedy. Still, I do wonder what the connection is between Shen...
Hey! We've looked everywhere, but still no mention of Subrosium. Let's have a look over there. Ooh, pretty. This is it! So basically, we need to go to the middle of the lake south of Mount Tianheng. Let's go back and tell Shenhe.
One year when I was back visiting, I heard a story about a white-haired Adeptus from a merchant passing by. I was a very close friend of your father's. I could have stopped him from performing the summoning ritual. I had plenty of chances, but I couldn't bring myself. I bring flowers back here every year. And each time I wish...
Apologize for what? If you'd stopped him, he'd only have found another way. There is nothing he wouldn't have done for his true love. Nothing.
Do you still...
I don't know what I feel. I'm told my fate is to bear the curse of calamity, so my master bound my soul with red ropes to curb my aggression. But it also dampened my emotions, making me dispassionate, like the Adepti. So if you ask me how I feel about the past, if I hate my father or not...
It must have been so tough for you all these years.
Shenhe! We're back!
Oh, then I will leave you all in peace. Shenhe, I'll tell you more about the old times.
Thanks, mister. We found some info in the end. Shenhe, look! This tells us how to find Subrosium. All we gotta do is go...
Let's go then.
Miss Shenhe, there's something I'd like to talk to you about. Just now, in the village, we found your father's diary.
Why?
I know I say that opera always deviates from the truth, but now that the main character is standing right here in front of me, I can't...
It's okay. I like your version. My master once said that the day I learn how to use my strength for the good of others is the day that I can truly become part of. So, I hope that one day I might be brave enough to stand up and protect. But I've never thought this way before, and I wonder whether I will continue to...
Don't worry. I believe you. In fact, I think maybe you've already started to become the person you aspire to be.
Shenhe! Yunjin! Cut the chit-chat! We can't let someone else beat us to it!
Faster.
What brings you here? Have they found a solution to the danger in the sea? Ningguang didn't tell you. Something has happened in Guyan Stone Forest. According to the contract, as an Adeptus, I should not get involved, but these things can be unpredictable. I have only a single mountain lies between here and Liyue Harbor. If things get out of control, I will defend this place myself.
That's everything we need! Let's head back and report in! Paimon's curious if Beto's made any progress.
There's no end to this.
Another test subject.
Shine down! Opening box of Adepti tricks.
I got careless.
Take flight! Today is a lucky day.
Oh, goodness.
So, are they okay?
This is some top quality ore you found. Guess now it's my time to
Hey everyone, how's the A-team doing? I ran into a bit of a brick wall on my end. Suling's never seen a Wonder Core before, and...
Leave the Wonder Cores to me. Don't worry.
Much obliged, Master Zhang. We should look into the Adepti sigils next, but where should we find items relating to the Adepti?
I'll sort that out.
Oh?
Yes. I have been training with the Adepti for years. When we first met, I told you I came for the Jade Chamber, not the contest. In fact, I came specifically to deliver Adepti sigils. Master heard that Ningguang was planning to rebuild. Master also said she hoped that I can take this opportunity to rejoin human society. But now that maybe it won't work for me to stay here after all. But either way, I'm very glad to...
Without knowing the ins and outs of your situation, but now that our paths have crossed, well...
Thank you. So, Master Zhang, I'll need to use your facilities to make the sigils.
Fine by me. I'm actually curious to see how the Adepti arts work.
Whew. The sigils are ready. Though they are in some respects inferior to my master's.
I've finished forging the things you asked for, too.
Great! Let's go submit them before someone else gets there ahead of us. Ningguang's little secretary! We found all the materials!
Oh, already? All three of you found them together. The Wonder Cores and Adepti sigils look good. I hereby announce that the winners of this material...
What? It's over already?
So close, but so far.
I'd like to invite our three winners to please proceed to the Jade Chamber.
Huh? Where's Beidou?
Captain Beidou has some business to attend to. She will join later.
All right then. Guess we'll head on up to... This has been a long time coming.
Combine the Adepti sigils with the Wonder Cores and insert them into the Jade Chamber's control compartment. The construction of the new Jade Chamber is now officially complete. Once the tethers... Thank you all for your work.
Yeah!
Miss Yun, I've already heard something about the reason for your involvement. You are looking...
That's right. Lady Ningguang, I would like to hear you.
The unveiling of Miss Yun's grand new opera surely requires a venue of equal grandeur. So what would you say if I propose... The Jade Chamber offers a splendid panoramic view of the mountains.
Thank you, Lady Ningguang.
You're quite welcome.
A traveler, Shenhe, Paimon, I'll be leaving now. Do come and see my play when the time comes.
You're next. What is your question? I should clarify. I do not know your sister's whereabouts.
Wow. You're a mind reader, Ningguang. Oh well.
Managing a successful business is not as simple as you might think. capital, connections, sensitivity to the... If you want to know how to make money, I will honor our agreement and give you an answer.
Wow. Paimon hadn't even asked the question.
Your question was written all over your face. Now, so I promise you that should you one day require...
Oh, great! So next time we run out of Moro, no more questions from us. Shenhe, you got a question?
Me?
Yes, this is a group effort.
Thank you. But I don't have anything to add.
Are you sure? This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
Yeah, just don't waste it.
Lady Ningguang, do you think I can ever fit in Liyue Harbor?
Now that is an interesting question. Liyue Harbor is very inclusive, as long as you respect the rules. So, the key is whether or not you yourself can develop... Yes. To become fond of a place. Perhaps someone you've met, or something you've experienced. In short, everyone needs a reason to stay.
I see.
Hey, what's going on? I just went to see the fleet. I'm a little later than expected.
Come on, Beidou! It's your turn!
Me? Nah, I ain't got any questions. She forced me to help out, so I figured I may as well get involved. Ningguang, don't forget what we talked about. It's not gonna be easy to deal with. I don't think my fleet can take it on their own.
Don't worry. I have made preparations. The wound dressings are ready, and the Millilith have set up an ambush.
Glad to hear it. Watch your back. Stay...
Beidou? Ningguang?
You'll see when the Jade Chamber ascends. However, it's not the most pleasant topic of conversation. When I first set foot in the Jade Chamber, I stood at the edge of the platform and looked down upon Liyue Harbor far... At that time, I dreamed that one day the Jade Chamber's shadow would be seen in all 7 nations of Teyvat. My wish has not changed to this very day. However, it is not only out of I hope the Jade Chamber will always float in the skies above Liyue Harbor, and I hope that you can all witness it with me. Let the Ascension ceremony commence! Right on cue. The Avenger of the Vortex, Beisht.
Who is that?
Osial's wife. Final follower of the Overlord of the Vortex.
Sounds like you knew this was coming!
Beidou sensed something was stirring in the deep. She warned me months ago. Knowing she harbors hatred toward the Jade Chamber, I chose to rebuild it now as a way of drawing her out.
Got it. Well, let's go fetch the Adepti.
No.
Huh?
In this human age, the people of Liyue must find a way to overcome this crisis on our strength alone!
You are a cursed child. Your life brings nothing but disaster to us all. At least if you die, I can bring her back.
The day you learn how to use your strength for the good of others is the day that you can truly become part of human society.
What are you doing here?
We can't let you be the only one taking this risk!
I hardly see this as a great risk. The people of Liyue Harbor are well prepared, and she is already badly injured. Only sheer willpower is keeping her alive. I may be nearing the end of my stamina, but in a fight to the death, I think I have the upper hand.
We'll help too!
There is no escape!
Whirling snow! Coming to art! Sumetsu! Orders given. Orders received. My apologies!
Gather!
Shine down!
Take flight!
Gather!
Go.
Transfiguration! Do your master's bidding! There is no escape!
I will have order!
She's getting away! Shouldn't we go after her?
This place is unstable. It is too risky to continue pursuing her. If the place collapsed, the consequences would be disastrous. Let's head back. I'm just a little exhausted. Otherwise, fine. I wanted to deal with it myself. I didn't expect you to follow me. Don't worry. She's not coming back anytime soon. After an injury like that, she'll likely seek...
How did things go underwater?
It's been dealt with. She was injured before entering the water. It didn't take too much effort to...
Good. So the crisis has been safely averted. When you visit the Jade Chamber in the future...
Lady Ningguang, the fleet reports that the sea monster has left Guyan Stone Forest and the surrounding waters have returned to normal.
Thank you.
Thanks to the medical supplies you prepared. Of course, we owe huge thanks to this on behalf of the entire Millilith. Thank you.
Great. Then next time I watch Miss Yun... I wasn't trying to be a hero, though.
Let the soldiers recuperate. But don't...
Yes, ma'am.
You've been monitoring us for some time now. I trust you've reached a conclusion.
You wish to hear one's opinion. Well, things would have hardly gone so smoothly had it not...
That I do not deny. However, final victory was always going to be ours. If it came to it, I could always destroy another Jade Chamber.
One has observed your adaptation of the Guizhong Ballista, and find oneself... You have learned from past failures and prepared for this crisis in advance. This is considerable progress compared to the last time. Hence, on balance, one finds your performance during this trial...
While the position of Tianquan remains mine, I will always ensure...
Shenhe. One saw you secretly venture out from the mountains a few years... Hopefully this trip to Liyue Harbor had...
Yes. I can't explain. I feel happier than I expected.
Good. Traveler, please take good care of Shenhe. She is a dear child. In fact, one has many fond memories of Shenhe's childhood that she...
There'll be no need for that.
Oh. They are all like this. Fine. Since you care not to listen, one shan't be telling you.
Please. Have a good rest. Come to the... We must celebrate both the completion of the Jade Chamber and the fact that Leo...
Solidify!
Wow! Everyone's already seated! It's Paimon's first time attending a banquet in the Jade Chamber.
All of you here are my distinguished guests. I am determined that each of you, those who don't drink alcohol, please, help yourself to other beverages. Fine wine is a delight to the senses.
Have you heard? Miss Yun's going to be performing today.
Sure have. Honestly, it's the main reason. I hear she's going to perform the Divine Damsel of...
Hey! Look! Miss Yun!
神女披冠到这里本该接近尾声，但今日我再添一笔，倡议诸位彼时鹤归，茫茫天地无依靠，孤身离去。今日再会，新朋旧友坐满堂，共聚此时。
What did you think? Personally, I thought I sang rather well.
It was beautiful. Paimon wants to learn too.
It was wonderful. Also, thank you.
You're welcome. Thanks to you, the Divine Damsel of Devastation is a more nuanced tale than ever. The play has an ending, but life goes on. I believe you will find a way to fit in Liyue Harbor.
Thank you. I think I've found the opportunity I needed to change.
Ms. Yun! Here you are! Huh? Hey, this young lady with the white hair looks like some kind of VIP. Yeah, that's it, like Wait. You're the girl from the opera, aren't you? Let me pull up a chair, all right. We'll all...
Alternatively, you could leave us alone. That is, if you'd prefer to finish your drink via the orifice of your own...
Uh-oh, this feels all too familiar. Shenhe's back to her old self again.
Hey, what are you doing?
Calm down, Shenhe.
To act, one must first feel. After our trip to Mount Tianheng together, I felt much more in touch with the character today. Next time I have a new opera, may we study the character together again.
Now that I think about it, I'm glad Master sent me here to deliver the sigils. Otherwise, I wouldn't have had the chance to meet you. I'm sure I have much to learn from you in the future.
You've made an exceptional contribution toward the building. I will not forget this.
Stabilize!
Illusion shattered!
Whirling snow! Embrace the ice! My apologies!
Shine down!
Opening box of Adepti tricks.
Time to work! Work time! Time to work!
There is no escape!
Wheel of life.
Take flight!
Transgressions! Got you! Power flows through me! Kamisato art! Sumetsu!
Order guide you!
Now you shall perish!
In this body, you can't ice and snow.
Shine down! My apologies! Take flight! Whirling snow! Collecting rare and exquisite treasures. Yes, this seems suitably sophisticated. There is no escape! My apologies!
This is order!
Shine down!
Sacred name, fortune preserve.
Embrace the ice!
Unthinkable!
Gather!
I shall treasure this good fortune.
I will have order.
One man's stone is another man's gem.
So this is a day. The life of the traveler. I'm learning more about you all the time.
Solidify!
There is no escape! My apologies! Take
Solidify!
Unsolicited, and all the more valuable for it.
跳去。